Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Roseburg High Baseball here on The Score from Grants Pass High School in beautiful Grants Pass, Oregon. We get ready for some Southwest Conference baseball action here this afternoon. Oh boy, what an adventure it's been to get this one in. A game being made up after getting canceled last Saturday due to snow in the forecast. Wouldn't you know it? We had snow to start out the day in the Umpqua Basin down here in Grants Pass. I'm not sure if they saw much of the white stuff come down, but I know on my travel down here, we saw plenty of it coming down over the passes. But we are good to go right now. Things are dry, and we've got artificial turf on the infield to keep things playable there. Natural grass in the outfield here at Grants Pass High School, but things are playable to get in this Southwest Conference doubleheader. We got two games on the schedule for you here today on The Score. Thanks so much for joining us for today's broadcast. Pregame show is brought to you by Roseburg Disposal. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That is Roseburg Disposal. Call them at 673-7122 for your disposal needs. As we get ready for this matchup, we're going to go ahead and take a look at where these two teams went and what they did over the spring break week, as these two teams got a chance to get out of town a little bit. For Grants Pass, it wasn't much of a trip. They were in a tournament they were co-hosting with Crater High School, so they got to face some teams, though, over the spring break week. And as for Roseburg, they were up in Beaverton and had a very successful week at the Mountainside Tournament. We'll talk more about how these two teams spent their spring break when we come back here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. No word from head coach Troy Thompson today. I'll tell you more about why that's the case. Well, apparently I decided to take a little bit extra vacation and wasn't quite ready for my broadcast today. So either way, we're going to get you, though, today's ball game. Game one coming up in just a few minutes. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with a look back at the last week for both Roseburg and Grants Pass as we get ready for today's matchup here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome you back here to Grants Pass High School as we get ready for this matchup today between the Tribe and the Cavemen. Roseburg coming off of a perfect 4-0 week on spring break as they would take every game they played in the Mountainside Spring Break Tournament up in Beaverton. Their last win was a 3-2 victory over Oregon City last Thursday. Meanwhile, on the other side, for Grants Pass, they were in the Crater tournament that they co-hosted, and they took on Clackamas in their final game, one of the state perennial contenders, and they lost in that one 4-0. And we get ready for this one. Not as much time here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show as expected, and we get ready to go. Roseburg will lead things off with Austin Takahashi at the plate. Left-handed batter will dig in as we get ready to go here on a chilly day in Grants Pass. And the first pitch is in and outside for ball one, and we are underway in today's ball game. Right-hander on the mound for Grants Pass, high and away, a 2-0 count. The number on the mound is not a number they have on the roster that I got printed out from OSAA, so I'm not sure who we've got throwing just yet. We will get it figured out for you. Falls behind 3-0 against Austin Takahashi here in the top of the first, game one of our doubleheader. That one goes to the backstop for ball four, and a leadoff walk issued for Takahashi. I want to remind everybody tonight's game is streaming live online at 541radio.com, where you can watch the action streaming for free. It is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Go to 541radio.com and watch it there, or you can search 1490 The Score on YouTube and watch our game on our YouTube channel. One on, nobody out. Up to bat, Eli Jacobs will take the first strike of the ball game. Seems as if the mist is kind of rolling in and the temperature seems to be dropping. Should be fun here today. Runner going at first, pitch in for a strike, throw down to second, gets away from the second baseman, is sliding through the legs, goes Austin Takahashi into second base safely. Takahashi and Eli Jacobs, the hitter at the plate, are two of the leaders in steals for Roseburg this season. 0-2 count, though, for Jacobs at the plate, now with a man in scoring position after Takahashi steals second on Troy Osborne, the catcher for Grants Pass. On the mound, the righty working out of the stretch with now a man at second base. An 0-2 pitch coming up for Jacobs. Strike three taken on the outside corner, froze him there. And there is one away for the Cavemen. That'll bring up Jace Wilder, the three-hitter in the lineup card for Roseburg. One out, one on. First pitch, runner going. The ball fouled off. A little hit-and-run action for Roseburg. Back to second will go Takahashi, as Jace Wilder will have strike one against him. We'll take a look at some numbers. This top of the order has been very good for Roseburg so far this season. Give the catcher a moment there after getting clipped by that foul ball by Jace Wilder. Top of the first inning, a leadoff walk to Takahashi. Then he stole second. He's in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch, no. Stepping off the rubber. Today's starting pitcher for Grants Pass. Low and outside. 1-1 for Wilder. On the mound is Ireland as a line drive shot goes to the third baseman. Throw to second, almost goes into right field. Diving save by the second baseman out there, McGowan. McGowan keeping that ball in the infield at third base. Luke Morgan out there at third base, snags that line drive to retire Jace Wilder for the second out. Almost doubled off Takahashi at second base. Two down, and it brings up the cleanup hitter. And that is Evan Corbin, the pitcher today for Roseburg. Takes the first pitch, strike one. Two down. Hard hit ball to right field. Almost overrun out there in right field for Lier, but he gets back to it to retire the side. Roseburg gets a runner on in the top of the first. Can't do anything with it. A 60-second break. Back with the bottom of the first inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Well, no score through a half inning of play. On the mound will be Evan Corbin to work for Roseburg. In the bottom of the first, he'll face Troy Osborne, a matchup, a couple of powerhouses in the Southwest Conference. And the first pitch is in, fouled away for strike one, and we're underway in today's ball game. Troy Osborne, a first-team all-conference catcher last year, just a junior this season. The 0-1 pitch to him. Breaking ball stays up a little bit for Corbin, and it's a 1-1 count. Osborne behind on a pitch, just down the first base side, foul for strike two. We'll have Osborne followed by Tunick and then Morgan, your three hitters due up here in the first. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Evan Corbin's been a big strikeout pitcher this year, and he gets a big one against Troy Osborne. One away for Roseburg defensively, and it brings up Jackson Tunick. Try and get you all caught up here. I'm trying to catch up myself. Spring break got me a little lackadaisical apparently as the first pitch hits the outside corner for a strike to Tunick, the starting shortstop for the Cavemen. Forgot one very important piece of gear and had to drive back towards Roseburg a bit. As a pitch high, 1-1 count. My wife, big shout out to her, saved the day. She met me just at the South Myrtle Creek exit to pick up some gear and put me a little behind schedule. As a bunt third base side will go foul. Jordan White there to collect that ball in foul territory for strike two. So my wife plays the big part of MVP today for the radio broadcast. We would have been radio only if not for that, but because of her, we're able to get the video broadcast on the air for you here today. But it put me a little behind schedule, and now I'm catching up as we get this one underway. But the big thing is we're on the air. The 1-2 pitch swung on, and it's another strikeout for Evan Corbin. That's two down here in the bottom of the first inning. Corbin came into today a real strikeout king, man. He had 29 strikeouts in 21 innings of work coming into it. He's now at 21 2/3, and he's got 31 strikeouts. And he gets a first pitch strike against Luke Morgan, the third baseman, on a foul ball. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball that just disappears at the bottom of the strike zone. Trying to make quick work here in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch. He wanted to get that fastball by Luke Morgan, the three-hitter in the lineup for Grants Pass, but just misses outside. The 1-2 for Corbin. That ball slapped foul, and boy, Corbin has really improved on his fastball this season. That thing is humming in there, and these hitters have all been behind it so far. The 1-2. That ball to right field, tailing towards the line, will just go foul by a foot and a half. Not off the mark by much for Luke Morgan, who almost sneaks one in. So back to the plate for another 1-2 pitch here. Get some fresh baseballs for our home plate umpire. Another 1-2 offering here for Evan Corbin. Frozen right at the knees on the outside corner for strike three. Strikes out the side, does Evan Corbin. A 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through an inning of play. It's scoreless between Roseburg and Grants Pass here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We head to the top of the second inning. Today's ball game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. On the mound, Tyler Ireland. He had a clean first inning, issued a walk to lead things off to Austin Takahashi, but then retired the next three batters. Has not given up a hit yet, and he gets a swing and a miss out of Jake Johnson, the first baseman for Roseburg. He swings and swings through another breaking ball for strike two. Jake Johnson, the sophomore, starting at first base here in game one of today's doubleheader. Stands back in with the 0-2 pitch. Ireland gets a slap foul ball down the first base side. Head coach Troy Thompson down the third base side. Didn't get a chance to catch up with him before the game. I always miss that. I wish I could. It's a breaking ball swing and a miss, and Ireland is trying to match up with what Evan Corbin did in the first inning. He gets his second strikeout of the game, one away to start things off here in the second inning, and brings up the catcher, Parker Burke. Always enjoy my chances to catch up with Coach Thompson. Down at first base, Coach Tim Sester. In the dugout, Coach Zach Mandera for Roseburg here today. Pitch just a bit high for Parker Burke. Stands in as the sixth hitter in the lineup card for the Tribe today. He'll foul one off for strike one. Taking a beating behind the plate so far has been Troy Osborne. We'll look around the diamond defensively for Grants Pass here this half inning. The 1-1 pitch from Ireland. Breaking ball misses inside. Burke looked like he was embracing for impact. Osborne behind the plate. Out at first base is Cole Carnes. At second base is Jason McGowan. As a ball hit towards the gap in left center. Diving attempt. He can't come up with it. Morris, the left fielder, just out of the reach of his glove. Just barely. Full-on diving head first attempt out in left center. And that ball drops in for the first hit of the ball game. Parker Burke will get on base with a single. And that'll bring in Braden Russell to run for the catcher. So we get our first hit of the ball game. That ball, here in this cold air, sounded like it might have hurt a little bit. But it carried through that cold valley air out towards left center, and almost making a play on it was Morris, just outside of his reach. That'll bring up Jordan White with one on and one out. He fouls off the first pitch. So we had Carnes and McGowan on the right side of the infield. On the left side, Luke Morgan at third, Jackson Tunick at short. Get to the outfield. 0-1 pitch, popped up and out of play by White. In the outfield, Braden Morris in left, almost had that big play, the sophomore. In center field is Logan Zavolta. And in right field is Bruxton Lier. The ball on the hands, popped up, foul, and it carries out of play. Stays an 0-2 count for White, who battles at the plate against Tyler Ireland. White batting seventh in the lineup for Roseburg. 0-2 pitch from Ireland, breaking ball. Kind of came open on that one, left it high and outside. Roseburg got one on in the first inning on a leadoff walk to Takahashi, but then could not move him around on a couple of hard hit balls that went right to defenders. Swing goes chasing out of the zone, does White. He'll go down with the strikeout, 2 away. Third strikeout of the game for Tyler Ireland. And it brings up Brooks Avery, the second baseman, a junior for this Roseburg team. Should double check the stats, but last I knew he was the only guy with a home run this season for the Tribe. That looks to be the case. He has 2 of them. He was able to take advantage of the jet stream to left field at South Eugene High School in our last broadcast of Roseburg baseball and hit 2 out of the park. He stands in a 1-0 pitch inside at the belt buckle. No giving space on that inside corner for the second baseman. Avery back in the box. Takes low from Ireland, a 3-0 count. 2 away at first base is Braden Russell running for Parker Burke, who has the only hit in the ballgame so far. 3-0 offering from Ireland. Kicks and bounces it in for ball 4. Second walk issued by the right-handed starter for the Cavemen. And it sends us to the 9 batter in the lineup for the Indians. Russell at second, Avery at first, and Hunter Fullerton will stand in to bat. Fullerton, first pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. It's kind of interesting. At the bottom of the lineup, Roseburg's hitters down there have actually produced quite a few runs. As the 0-1 pitch and the inside corner at the knees for a strike to Fullerton. Jordan White and Hunter Fullerton, their batting averages are hovering right around 100, but they actually lead the team in RBI. That ball's to right field. Could be down the line in trouble. That ball just out of the reach of the right fielder and in foul territory. Lier chasing that ball just across the chalk line. And as mentioned, that was almost trouble, but just across the chalk line into foul territory by about 2 feet or more, just barely more. So back to the plate goes Hunter Fullerton. Russell back to second, running for Parker Burke. Brooks Avery at first. Roseburg trying to get a lead here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Fullerton gets underneath one towards center field. Zavolta coming in to play this one. Takes its time coming down, and he'll make the squeeze for the final out. Roseburg leaves 2 stranded here in the second. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and the 2 left on. We will go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless between the Cavemen and the Indians on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your 4-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet, 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs. Evan Corbin will start off the bottom of the second with a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball to Bruxton Lier, the right fielder. Roseburg in a 0-0 ball game so far against Grants Pass. Strike 2 taken by Lier on the outside corner. Just 1 hit between the 2 teams so far. Trying to get his 4th strikeout of the game. Evan Corbin will miss low and outside to Lier. Lier, the right fielder, followed by Cole Carnes, the first baseman, and then the DH. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is 4 strikeouts to start out this ball game for Evan Corbin. 1 away. So to bring up Cole Carnes, Ari Cantola is the DH. He'll be batting next for Grants Pass. Left-handed batter. That ball launched into the air out to right field. tracking this ball, Jace Wilder. These balls have been taking a while to come down. The last one there by Fullerton in the top of the second, and that one from Cole Carnes, the first baseman, left-handed batter. He launched that one in the air. Got to work on his launch angle. If he got that one just on a slightly lower trajectory, he might have launched that one out of the ballpark. 2 down on the first ball in play by Grants Pass, snapping a streak of 4 straight strikeouts for Evan Corbin. At the plate, the DH, Ari Quintola, swings through strike 1, a 1-1 count for the DH, who bats for the left fielder, Braden Morris. Ground ball towards short, charging in. Takahashi fields at the knees. His throw to first, scooped by Johnson at first base. And Roseburg will get some defense behind Evan Corbin for a 1-2-3 inning, second straight for the Tribe. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we go to the top of the third. Still scoreless between the Tribe and the Indians on 541, the Tribe and the Cavemen on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
From a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Scoreless here from Grants Pass High School as we head back to the top of the order for Roseburg. Austin Takahashi, a leadoff walk in the first inning, will stand in against Tyler Ireland. Puts this one in the air to left field. If that stays fair, it's going to be trouble as the left fielder cannot get to it in foul territory. That'll be strike 1 as Braden Morris collects the baseball from probably pretty soft grass out there in left field. Today's ball game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Strike 2 taken to Takahashi, the lefty on the outside corner. Takes at the knees, falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Ireland hits a chopper towards second baseman Jace McGowan. A short throw over to first baseman Cole Carnes. There's one away to start things off here in the third inning for Roseburg. Eli Jacobs will bat. So Roseburg goes 4-0 in their tournament over spring break up in Beaverton. Jacobs fouls one off. Roseburg did a pretty decent job up there, winning some big games, get some decent teams and quality competition out of the Portland area. The 0-1 for Jacobs. Got handcuffed, that ball, over the Roseburg dugout down the first base side and out of play for strike 2. That game against Oregon City on Thursday last week, James Coleman with a real nice performance on the mound. 0-2 pitch, Jacobs able to hold off. Coleman pitched 6, had a complete game, 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. His first varsity start, his first varsity win as a breaking ball cannot get Jacobs to chase after it as it bounces off the plate. Fighting back for a 2-2 pitch here for Eli Jacobs. That pitch high and inside from Ireland. Count will go full. Full count pitch for Tyler Ireland with nobody on and 1 out. Ground ball, third base side foul. Just down the line. For Tyler Ireland, and I don't know why that name always tongue-ties me, He was the losing pitcher in the 4-0 loss to Clackamas last Wednesday, last game for Grants Pass. Misses inside, will issue his third walk of the ball game. Comes with one out here in the third. It's been one walk in every inning so far for Ireland. And now he faces Roseburg's Jace Wilder, the 3-hitter in the lineup card. Second time through the order for the Tribe. High and inside for ball one. Jace Wilder went into spring break with a hit streak going. He hit safely in the first 5 games of the season. The pitch outside gets away from Osborne. He'll track it down to the backstop. Up to second goes Jacobs. Wild pitch will move him up 90 feet. 2-0 count for Wilder. With a man in scoring position, Roseburg's gotten a runner into scoring position every inning so far, but haven't been able to come through with a clutch hit. Roseburg has definitely relied on pitching and defense. Offense has done enough to get them wins. Hasn't necessarily been explosive. As there's a line drive to left field, that'll be a base hit. Jacobs at third. He's going to round for the plate. The throw's going to go to the shortstop. They cut it off. Roseburg's on top, 1-0. Wilder gets around an inside pitch and lines it to shallow left field for an RBI single to drive in Eli Jacobs from second. And Roseburg will take a 1-0 lead on top of Tyler, Ireland. Game one of a doubleheader here today. Brings up Evan Corbin with 1 out and 1 on. Corbin swings and misses at a pitch inside. That's an RBI for Wilder. All RBIs this season brought to you by BTB Moving. When you're looking to bring it home, look to BTB Moving. Strike at the knees on the inside corner for Corbin. They provide labor services for your moving needs. They're veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior and veteran discounts are available. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Corbin. If you'd like to book for your moving needs coming up this spring or summer, it's the time that it starts happening, so get on the books now. That's 541-315-0122. That's BTB Moving. Find them on Facebook. Strike 1 on the inside corner on the first pitch here to Jake Johnson. First baseman bats with 2 down and a man at first, and 1 run in so far for Roseburg. Low and inside evens up the count. Jake Johnson, a strikeout victim in the second. 4 of them so far for Ireland. Misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Ireland has 4 strikeouts, but he's also got 3 walks in the ballgame. At first base is Jace Wilder driving in the go-ahead run here in the 3rd inning. Chopper, slow dribbler, back to the mound. Ireland fields and will fire over to Carnes to retire the side. But Roseburg able to finally capitalize on a man in scoring position, get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors for Grants Pass, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Evan Corbin wastes no time. The young man likes to work quick in between innings. First pitch fouled away by Tyler Ireland. The pitcher for Grants Pass starts off with the 0-1 count, and it quickly goes to 0-2 as he watches a strike on the outside corner. Welcome you back here to Grants Pass High School. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home. It's the 0-2 pitch, strike three looking. Ireland goes down. That's the fifth strikeout of the game for Evan Corbin. Fisher's Hearth and Home has been serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Swing and a miss. Strike one to Logan Zavolta. 5 strikeouts in this game for Corbin. He's ahead 0-1 against Zavolta, the center fielder, and make that an 0-2 count as he fires in strike two. Corbin, in his senior year for Roseburg, is looking like he is a man on a mission this season. Ooh, didn't get strike three there. That one looked close. It was over the plate, must have just been a hair low for him. A 1-2 pitch for Zavolta. Swing and a miss. Strike three. There it is. Corbin is definitely a man on a mission here to start out this season. A 3-0 record in 3 starts. Mentioned his strikeout numbers coming into today. He had 29 and 21 innings of work. He'll face a lefty in Jace McGowan at the bottom of the lineup. McGowan puts a ball in play towards third base. Running out of room is White. That one will land on top of the home dugout for the Cavemen down the left field side here at Grants Pass High School. 309 down the left field line. 308 down the right field side. They don't have a sign in center to tell you how deep it is, but we've seen some balls get out here. Usually the wind seems to be blowing in, though. 0-1 pitch to McGowan. He'll ground one towards the right side. It's picked up by the second baseman, Brooks Avery, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning again for Evan Corbin. No runs, no hits, and no errors with another 2 strikeouts for the Roseburg starter. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning, cruising through game 1. It's 1-0. Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the 4th inning here from Grants Pass High School. Video streaming of today's ball game is available online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score. The video stream sponsored by the Cow Creek Tribe. Tyler Ireland will face Parker Burke, who had the first hit of the ball game for Roseburg. Takes high and inside on a breaking ball for a 1-0 count. Ireland on the mound, a junior. This senior class for Grants Pass could be a pretty good one coming up next year. They're pretty good already. Ireland, an honorable mention all-league pitcher last year for the Cavemen. 2-0 delivery. Burke, ground ball up the middle. In front of it at short, Tunick pitches it over to first base for the out, 1 away. Only a few seniors on this roster. Tunick, the shortstop, is a senior. So is Dalton Burchett, who's not in the lineup. Ari Cantola, the DH, and then Austin Falk, who's not in there as of right now. That's the few seniors on this roster for Grants Pass. Is a big swing and a miss out of senior Jordan White for strike one. So a lot of juniors making a big impact on this Grants Pass team. Their senior year, they'll probably be pretty pumped up for. 1-1 count, missing inside. White struck out back in the 2nd inning. Swings through a breaking ball down low for strike 2. Looking at the video stream, realizing that we could probably try and get you a slightly better angle on home plate, so we might try and do that here in between innings. Just had to set up quickly. My own fault. 2-2 if you're just joining us. I forgot crucial equipment back at home. I had to meet my wife back at the South Myrtle Creek exits after I got all the way to Hugo. Took me about an hour. 2-2. White gets underneath a breaking ball in the air and out of play. I'll stay alive at the plate. Turned off at Hugo. My wife's like, yeah, I can break away and meet you down there. So she ran home, grabbed the stuff I forgot, met me, traded, got the stuff from her, said thank you very much, you saved my life, and then hit the road again. Ground ball towards third, slow roller, charging in. Morgan will plant the feed. He rifles across the diamond. 2 down for Roseburg. So obviously, spring break, I just kind of got all out of sorts of being off for a week of broadcasting. It's the feeling I have all the time driving to games. Is the first pitch to Brooks Avery is in the dirt, ball 1. Seems like every road trip I get to about a point where I'm about an hour away from home and I go, do I have everything? And I have this panic moment in my mind. It's a 1-0 pitch, low, Avery, a 2-0 count. Usually I take a look around the cab of the truck and I say, yep, everything's there. Today, that was not the case. And we almost were going to be radio only today, but we made it happen. The 2-0 pitch, Avery swings through it for strike 1. Roseburg 7-1 on the season. They've won 5 straight. 1-0 in conference play as a ball fouled away by Avery. Strike 2. Roseburg 1-0 after a win over South Eugene in their first conference game. Grants Pass also 1-0. 2-2 pitch with 2 away and nobody on. Avery will take outside to take the count full. Grants Pass coming in at 4-3 on the year. I believe they went 1-2 over their spring break. Full count pitch. Avery hits a hard one towards short. To his right in front of it. Tunick gets it across the diamond in time to get Brooks Avery. A 1-2-3 frame in the top of the 4th inning for Tyler Ireland. His defense helping him out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Just a 1-0 game. Roseburg in front of Grants Pass on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Bottom of the 4th inning, a 1-0 lead for Roseburg. Back to the top of the order for Grants Pass as they face Evan Corbin. Looking to try and catch up in a 1-0 game in favor of the Tribe. Corbin an 0-1 count after a foul ball by Troy Osborne. A pitch bounces in front of the plate. A 1-1 count. Osborne striking out in the first inning. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. When you're ready to take that dream trip, contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. 672-5701. Strike on the outside corner to Osborne. Corbin's been good on the mound, but Ireland's been able to hold Roseburg in check as well as a ground ball towards Takahashi. Picked up. The shortstop over to Johnson for the out. 1 away. Roseburg's obviously defensively, they've been looking good so far. But the offense has done just enough to hold an edge in this one. One away, the 2-hitter. Jackson Tunick at the plate. Take outside for ball 1. I think Grants Pass, maybe track and field. Not sure. Maybe it's just a gym class. It's early enough on a school day, not sure. But we got a lot of students joining us for today's game all of a sudden. Ground ball, slow roller, first base side in between first and second. Avery will get it to first just in time to beat, I believe, Jackson Tunick. I'm not sure. Everybody seems to be wearing different numbers for Grants Pass today. Yeah, that's probably Tunick wearing number 12, which is not a number I have on the printed roster I have from OSA.com. OSA.org, I should say. 2 away on the defensive play by Brooks Avery. That ball, line drive out towards left field on the run. Catch made by Hunter Fullerton in deep left field, basically at the warning track. That'll take away a possible extra base hit, and that is 3 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Another scoreless inning on the hardest hit ball. Luke Morgan flies out to Hunter Fullerton. A 1-2-3 frame again, 4 Grants Pass, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Go to the top of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet, 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs. Leading things off for Roseburg is Hunter Fullerton, who puts a charge into the ball to left field. That ball drifting back. Morris loses his footing. He will not make the play in left field. And into second base goes Hunter Fullerton to lead things off here in the 5th inning. Welcome you back to Grants Pass High School. Longer grass. It feels like the grass plays slow here at Grants Pass today, and it's probably a bit wet. And out in left field, Morris lost his footing a little bit, got turned around, and he couldn't come up with that one. A ball out to left field, and Hunter Fullerton's on and in scoring position with nobody out to start things off in the 5th inning. And Takahashi will send one into shallow center field. That ball dies in the grass. They are going to hold Fullerton. Takahashi's heading for second. No one's covering the bag, and he'll get in. And Roseburg's got 2 in scoring position with nobody out as they put 2 base hits together to start things off here in the 5th. 2 pitches into it, and Roseburg's already finding themselves in a beautiful position and prompting a visit to the mound for the coaching staff for Grants Pass. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Hard hit ball by Hunter Fullerton, twisting up the left fielder. He lands in for a double using his speed, and I'm surprised they held him at third, but it is a tight ball game, just a 1-0 score. And so probably thinking they don't want to make the out at home. Coach Thompson playing it a bit safe there, even with the speed of Fullerton. And Takahashi takes second. So I think that actually goes in as a double for Takahashi. I mean, they just didn't get the ball in fast enough, and he sees second base open. He takes it. Eli Jacobs, ground ball through the left side, scores 1 for Roseburg. And they're going to send Takahashi to the plate. Morris throws in, it's cut off. It's a 2-run single by Eli Jacobs. The defense was playing in, and he finds the gap at short, right through the 6-hole. Fullerton scored easily from third. Takahashi comes around to score from second. Roseburg putting some distance between them and Grants Pass and trying to add to it here. Still nobody out with 1 on. 2 runs in so far in the 5th inning. 3 straight hits to lead it off. Jace Wilder will try to continue it. He takes low for ball 1. That is 2 RBI for Eli Jacobs. And again, RBIs are all brought to you by BTB Moving. Breaking ball for a strike to Wilder. BTB Moving, make sure you call them now to book their moving services, 541-315-0122. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike to Wilder, who is 1 for 2 today. He had the second hit of the game and drove in the first run for Roseburg in the third. Pickoff throw to first. Back in goes Jacobs, who had a wealthy lead at first. Mentioned that Jacobs and Takahashi, 2 guys leading the team in stolen bases. Jacobs with 4 of them. Takahashi had 5 coming in. There goes Jacobs. A strike on the outside corner. Throw to second base. Did he come off the bag? Yes. Overslid at second. Jacobs caught stealing. There's 1 away. And at the plate, it's a 2-2 count for Jace Wilder. Nobody on. Low and inside, ball 3. It's a good jump, good steal by Jacobs. He just overslid the bag on this artificial turf. Going upstairs, Wilder launches one to left field. Playable. Center fielder calling for it. Zavolta there to make the catch. Just like that, suddenly 2 outs. And nobody on base. Evan Corbin will bat 0 for 2 today. Well, here this half inning, 3 straight hits to start off the frame. That included one by Austin Takahashi as a chopper over the mound, fielded by the second baseman. McGowan will make the throw to first for the out. That will retire Evan Corbin. We'll tell you about Takahashi when we come back here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Roseburg now with a 3-0 lead on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
From a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0 lead for Roseburg. Bruxton Lier sends one in the air to right field, where Jace Wilder on the first pitch of the 5th inning will retire the batter for the first out of the 5th. 1 down, Cole Carnes will bat. Carnes had a pretty well hit ball high into the air to right field his first time up. If he had gotten the launch angle right, he might have sent that one to the fence. He'll take high and away for ball 1. Well, so far, 13 straight retired for Evan Corbin. Check swing, got him to go around for strike 1 to the lefty Carnes. You got a couple of lefties in this lineup for Grants Pass. Cole Carnes, the first baseman, one of them. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball. Second baseman Avery in front, collects it after knocking it down. Will get the out at first. There's 2 away to bring up Ari Cantola, the DH. Looking for another 1-2-3 frame here as the sun starts to shine through just a little bit on the cloudy day here in Grants Pass. 44 degrees is our temperature, and we're going to start cooling off. First pitch, strike 1 to Cantola, who grounded out to short his first time up. Might have a few raindrops in the forecast coming up here in the next hour or so. Outside, count goes to 1-1 for Cantola. Slight breeze coming in from center field. It's a swing and a miss by Cantola. Out beyond center field, you've got the softball complex here at Grants Pass, and that's where Roseburg softball is taking on Grants Pass in a league doubleheader today for the Indians there. Out in front on the off speed, Cantola fouls it away towards the track and football soccer complex back behind us here, not the varsity football field for Grants Pass. A 1-2 pitch, a slow roller, third base side. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Well, there goes the perfect game for Evan Corbin, and it's on a ball that was just a swinging bunt down the third base side. Nobody able to get to the ball in time, and even Cantola is not the fleetest of foot out there. He's able to race down the line on a ball that just dribbles towards the third base side. Unfortunate. There goes the no-hitter and the perfect game for Evan Corbin here in the 5th inning. First pitch low and inside to Tyler Ireland, the pitcher for Grants Pass. So that means 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 straight batters retired by Evan Corbin before the first base hit for Grants Pass. Out in front. Ball fouled away by Ireland. Tried not to jinx it, but those broadcaster jinx, everybody thinks those happen. The 1-1 is bounced in at first. Cantola not going anywhere. Second time through the lineup here for Grants Pass. Sharply hit ball goes right to the second baseman, Brooks Avery, for the out. And that will retire the side. So finally a hit in this game for Grants Pass, but they leave a man stranded. And Roseburg leads it 3-0. Perfect through 4 2/3 innings. Evan Corbin right now cruising and hoping to get another shutout win as we head to the top of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Smiles in the dugout for Roseburg. They lead 3-0 against Grants Pass. Perfect game now gone for Evan Corbin, but everybody down there giving him a high five as a first pitch, sharp hit ground ball to third baseman Luke Morgan. And Luke Morgan, one of the returning all-conference players for this Grants Pass team, does a great job of vacuuming up that ground ball, sharply hit by Jake Johnson. And he will retire the leadoff batter here in the 6th inning. Roseburg a 3-0 lead, trying to add to it. Parker Burke. Burke's going to head to first. He thinks he got hit. The umpire got hit, though, and he goes down. We're going to hope that he's all right. That ball got by Burke. It got by Osborne, and then it got the catcher, and the umpire. And boy, he's in a world of pain there. And definitely hope he's okay. He's got everybody looking at him there to make sure he's going to be all right. In the break in the action, let you know tonight's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 459-1545. Video streaming of today's ballgame also brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. You can find us on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button to follow us there for the rest of this high school spring sports season, as well as into the summer season with Doc Stewart's baseball. We also, we're hoping to try and see if we can get some other sports besides just baseball in the video stream this spring. I think we've got some ideas on getting some lacrosse in there. I would love to get some softball. It's just the schedule working out to be able to add that in there. So you never know. But if you are a subscriber at our YouTube channel, then you will definitely be able to follow the action with us there. So hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel at 1490 The Score. So Burke is going to head back to the plate. They're going to say he did not get hit by that pitch. With one out, he will be back at the plate with a 1-0 count, I do believe. Yep, 1-0 count for Parker Burke, who had the first hit of the ball game and the second for Roseburg. He'll take low. Good to see our umpire. Home plate umpire seems to be all right. Back at the plate. Outside by Ireland, and it's a 3-0 count. Grants Pass, their bullpen is inside their hitting facility, so you can't tell if anybody's warming up from them. Inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Burke. And that'll put him on for a second time today, and it brings out Braden Russell, the courtesy runner. 1 on, 1 out. Jordan White will bat 0 for 2 here this afternoon. Game 1 of a twin bill. So no idea. Ireland, obviously, their ace pitcher. I think he's not thrown a bad game here, but not sure if they'd look to go to the bullpen. As a bunt attempt by White. Make the play to first. Russell in at second base, but with 1 out, a sacrifice bunt kind of puts you in a tough spot with 2 outs now and a man in scoring position. Sack bunt by Jordan White. 2 down, and Brooks Avery will bat. Avery, a hard line drive, goes to the shortstop, Tunick. He slides to make the catch. That ball died a little bit faster than I think maybe he was expecting. It wasn't what I was expecting. I thought that ball would carry to him no problem. Slides, gets low, gets underneath it to make the catch and finish off the 6th inning. Top of the 6th down. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Roseburg leading 3-0 on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Swing and a miss by Logan Zavolta to start things off here in the 6th. He'll belt one towards left field. That ball's going to get down the left field line. Fullerton will get to it. Sends it back in, and not in time as Logan Zavolta, a leadoff double down the left field side. And that is the first extra base hit for Grants Pass in this one, just their second hit in the ball game. The only hit prior to that was a slow swinging bunt down the third base side that just was in no-man territory. So a true hit there for Zavolta. Squaring to bunt, the 9-hitter Jace McGowan takes strike 1 from Evan Corbin. Grants Pass trying to cut into a 3-run deficit, trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 pitch from Corbin misses low and inside to the left-handed hitting Jace McGowan, up for a second time. Top of the order on deck, Troy Osborne, always a dangerous guy to try and get out. 1-1 here for Corbin. Ground ball right side, picked up by Avery. Only real option is to go to first. Gets the out there. And McGowan won't get credit for a sacrifice, but he does move the runner up 90 feet, and Logan Zavolta is now at third with 1 out. And an RBI opportunity here for Troy Osborne. Try and see if he can break the shutout against Roseburg. Osborne with a strikeout and a ground out so far, his third time against Corbin. Sends it high in the air. Might just do the trick here on a sac fly. The center fielder calling for it. Jacobs sends it to the plate. They let that one go through. Did he hold on to the baseball? Got him! The umpire saying that he applied the tag. There was a slight bobble there, it looked like, by Parker Burke. But he came up with the baseball, and the umpire makes the call. Third base coach, I believe that is Zach Morgan, saying that either he was blocking the base path or that he maybe bobbled it. But we're going to see here, I think, a quick conversation with the umpires. This was the replay for those watching online. We're going to wait to see here before we go to a break on whether or not this is going to stand. If this one does not stand, we may get a redo on this finish to this inning. Roseburg's ready to bat. We would be headed to the seventh with it still a shutout ball game here, and I don't think they're going to get a change in this call. We're going to go to a break. We come back after this 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Well, Coach Zach Morgan giving the umpire an earful in between innings. I don't know if he got rung up, if he got tossed in this one. He's now back in the dugout, pacing back and forth. I missed that. I heard the crowd get loud as I was jotting down my notes and looked up, and he was out there giving the umpire an earful after a controversial play at the plate. A sac fly attempt by Troy Osborne. Didn't get very deep in center field, and then Eli Jacobs made a great throw to the plate. One hopped to Parker Burke. He bobbled it a bit, but was able to come up with the baseball sitting on top of the runner, or laying on top of him. And I think they did. I think they ran Coach Zach Morgan in this one. He's walking up the back steps behind the dugout. He might be done here today. Coach Troy Osborne's over there talking to him. And now, on the mound, Tyler Ireland buzzing the tower to Hunter Fullerton. Bounces in a 2-0 count. Yeah, Coach Morgan's exiting the building stage left. Dang. Top of the seventh here, a 3-0 lead for Roseburg. Not out of reach for Grants Pass, but they haven't been able to do a lot against Evan Corbin, but they've started to get their swing going a little bit here against him lately. Roseburg trying to get some insurance. Leading 3-0. The 3-0 pitch to Fullerton. Misses for ball. No, strike one. Tyler Ireland, his 7th inning of work out of the windup. Fullerton belts that one down the left field side. Could be playable. Boy, I thought that was in and up over by the... foul ball. He dropped it. Looked like maybe it was on the transfer out of the glove to the throwing hand, but no drop by Morris in left field. That'll give Hunter Fullerton another go at it here with a full count. And things just not quite going the way of Grants Pass in this one here tonight. It's game one of a doubleheader. First doubleheader of the season for Roseburg. 3-2 pitch. Fullerton around on another one towards the left field line. That one's drifting foul and out of the reach of Morris, racing to try and get there. You've got the tennis courts just behind the left field side, behind the hitting facility and the dugout for Grants Pass. And then even further beyond that is the community swimming pool down there. I thought that first one by Fullerton was headed to the swimming pool, but it did not nearly get that far out of play. In fact, stayed playable. 3-2 pitch again for Ireland, and he misses low, ball 4. 1 on. That will be the 4th walk. Actually, let's double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th walk of the ball game for Ireland. Top of the order, Takahashi will bat. He takes inside, ball 1. I don't think I ever got a chance to really get back to my thought on Austin Takahashi at the plate. Extends his hit streak to 7 games with a hit in his last at-bat, a double. That was a big inning for Roseburg. Runner going, the throw to second. No, won't get there, gets away from Tunick. Hanging on to the bag was Hunter Fullerton. He goes sliding in head first and then just hooked the bag and kind of swung around it. His legs whip around, clinging onto it to make sure he didn't overslide. Runner in scoring position for Takahashi will take a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike for Roseburg's leadoff hitter. Tak is 1 for 2 today. Drew a walk in the first inning. He had a stolen base. Roseburg's been aggressive on the bases today. As the sun shines down, he squares the bunt. He'll pull it first base side. Picked up by Ireland. Throws to McGowan at first. Gets a step on the bag just in time to get Takahashi, who lays down the sac bunt. So the second baseman covering. They get the out at first, 1 away. Fullerton, though, moving to third base. An effective small ball situation for Roseburg, trying to add 1 more insurance run. Eli Jacobs at the plate. Will take low. Jacobs already with 2 RBI in the ballgame on a single through the left side of the infield. They play in once again with him up to bat. Last time they played in, and he snuck it through the 6-hole. Ball outside. Osborne does a nice job of staying in front of that baseball. I was watching Chicago Cubs baseball yesterday on my Sunday, Major League Baseball. Great to see the regular season back. I heard a description of, for a catcher, you always want to lead with your glove because it just takes the rest of your body there. And Osborne, a good example of that, got his glove down in front of him to his right and stayed in front. Inside pitch to Eli Jacobs. He's ahead 3-0 in the at-bat against Ireland. And whatever class was out here to be fans in the stands today is apparently about to hit the end of its period. Strike taken by Jacobs with a 3-0 pitch. It feels like it was just somebody's gym class, and they said, let's go watch the baseball game. The 3-1 is high, ball 4, and Tyler Ireland struggling a bit to find the strike zone here late in this ball game. His 7th inning of work, 4th time through the lineup here for Roseburg. And it's going to prompt a visit out to the mound. Again, head coach Zach Morgan, I believe, was tossed from this game for arguing a call at home plate. Controversial play at the plate that ended up resulting in the final out of the bottom of the 6th. It looked like it was going to be the first run of the ball game for Grants Pass on a sac fly by Troy Osborne. Instead, Eli Jacobs threw out Logan Zavolta at the plate for the final out of the frame. Big meeting on the mound. The whole entire infield will come in to kind of have a conversation here. No pitching change coming. All pitching changes this season are brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Download their smartphone app to make your orders easy, earn points, and be able to put in your order and have it ready for you there when it's time to pick up. First and third for Roseburg, 1 out at the plate. Jace Wilder, he's 1 for 3 today, already has an RBI. He'll take the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Wilder had a RBI single in the 3rd inning. Got Roseburg a 1-0 lead. They're on top 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Chops one foul towards the home dugout down the third base side. Quickly 0-2. At first base, good speed in Eli Jacobs. At third base, good speed in Hunter Fullerton. Roseburg wanting to add to a 3-0 lead. Breaking ball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. And that is a big strikeout for Ireland. Breaking ball dropped right in for the inside corner. That is the 5th strikeout in the game for Ireland. More importantly, it's the 2nd out here in the 7th. Roseburg was looking to try and get something in play and out of the infield. Try and see if they could drive in a run. Fullerton reached on a leadoff walk, stole second, ended up at third on a sac bunt by Takahashi. Roseburg doesn't want to waste him there at third. First pitch high and inside to Evan Corbin. Corbin looking to support his own cause here today. Ireland delivers, got that one off the hands for Corbin into the dugout. Making the catch there was Jace Wilder in the dugout. Two down, runners on the corners. Evan Corbin, 0 for 3 in this game, will take a strike. 1-2 count. For Grants Pass in the 7th inning. They'll have the 2-3-4 hitters coming up. Runner going from first, stepping off. They're trying to get the tag, and they will before the run scores at the plate. And so the first and third situation doesn't work. Eli Jacobs will get tagged out on the rundown, and Hunter Fullerton scored just after that. So since it was a tag out on the bases, the run will not count. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3 outs away, Roseburg leading 3-0 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Jackson Tunick leading things off for Grants Pass. First pitch called strike 1. Strike 2 on a foul ball back behind home. As Evan Corbin looks for yet another complete game victory, leading 3-0. The 0-2 pitch just off the edge for ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com, and by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Soft liner off the glove of the second baseman, Brooks Avery, and on safely will be Jackson Tunick. Tough play there for Avery, and just off the end of his glove, one of those soft line drives that's just, sometimes it's hard to really get a good read on exactly where that ball needs to be, and on the run trying to make a leaping grab. Avery unable to secure that one. Puts one runner on. The game-time run still the on-deck hitter. Luke Morgan will bat 0 for 2. He takes inside for ball 1. Just the third time through the lineup card for Grants Pass here today. 1-0 pitch. Corbin missing low on the outside corner. Have not seen any action in the bullpen for Roseburg. 2-0 pitch is low for a 3-0 count. I think they've got all the faith in the world in Evan Corbin to close this one out. A 3-0 pitch. Does hit the inside corner for a called strike. Luke Morgan flew out to left field. think a pretty well-struck ball that Hunter Fullerton made a good play on. 3-1 pitch from Corbin. Bounces, gets away from Burke. He has to track that one down. The runner, he makes his way to second, but does not try to go any further. So Tunick at second base, Luke Morgan at first. That is just the second walk issued all season by Evan Corbin. He has thrown 27 innings. He's allowed just 2 walks. First and second for Grants Pass. Bruxton Lier, the cleanup batter, will stand in. Flew out to right his last time up. Grounds one towards second. Picked up by Avery to Takahashi. Over to Johnson, a double play. And Roseburg will knock out 2 outs on one swing of the bat. Morgan out at second. Lier out at first on the 4-6-3 double play. Up the third goes Tunick, but now the game-tying run is once again on deck. Cole Carnes will bat, the lefty. Check swing, went around for strike 1. Carnes got around on one in the second inning, launched it to right field, but it got caught way up in the air. The 0-1 pitch here from Corbin. It's low for a 1-1 count. Corbin trying to finish off a shutout victory here today. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball again, low and inside. Also going on today, Roseburg Golf was supposed to be at Grants Pass, and Roseburg Tennis taking on South Eugene as we get back into action after spring break. 2-1 pitch. Hits the outside corner for a called strike. And Cole Carnes finds himself with a 2-2 count, hugging that inside corner in the left-handed batter's box against a right-hander, Evan Corbin. 2-2 misses just off the edge. The Roseburg faithful in the dugout and here in the stands, all thinking strike 3 there. 3-2 pitch with a man at third and 2 down. Ball 4. 2 walks here in the 7th inning for Evan Corbin. And that will bring up Ari Cantola, who had the swinging bunt for the first hit of the game for Grants Pass back in the 5th. Runners on the corners with 2 down. Corbin